My ideal party situation is a house party feeling, like a really intimate space, 200 people and under, where it's really packed, everybody's dancing up on each other. It's like a community sweaty experience. My name is Sarah. I also go by DJ Riobamba. I'm a DJ, producer, and label boss living in Brooklyn. Riobamba is a reference to Ecuador, which is where my mom is born, and it's a small city near Ambato, which is where my family's from. My specialty is definitely in Latin urban music, so like reggaeton, dembow, hip-hop in Spanish. I grew up right next to Springfield, which is about 2 hours west of Boston. For high school, I ended up getting a scholarship for soccer to go play at a local private school. I kind of always had a tomboy thing going on. I was experimenting a lot with like hair color. I had magenta hair for a while. I was also really into like the punk and the ska scene around where I grew up. I bonded a lot with my friends at the time of going to shows, but also thrift shopping. I could buy like one shirt that said Abercrombie and Fitch for like $40 or whatever, or I could buy like a bunch of things from the thrift store and have my own look and everything. I thought I was going to be a lawyer. Maybe I still will be, but I went to school for political science and I worked as a community organizer for a couple years after college. My practice has always been a mix of politics and activism and community organizing, and then the music side of it. I think my activism is like, it's so deeply connected to myself and my values and my own family's experiences of coming over. My mom and her parents being separated for 8 years, like when she was little, before she was able to come over to the US. I try to use my platform for like whoever's listening at any point to talk about what's going on in terms of deportation. When you talk about music, like you can't decontextualize and not acknowledge the communities that are making the music, the way that those communities are impacted by immigration policies. I think the past couple of years I've started to really enjoy the process of figuring out like how can I express what's going on here outwardly. I feel like living in New York, like it brings out your own personal style more too, where it's like maybe I wouldn't wear certain things if I was living in Massachusetts still, but in New York it's kind of like you can do whatever you want and nobody's gonna look twice. So.